That was relatively quick. I like it. StreamYard's working today, boys. Thank you guys so much for coming back for another episode of Meet Your Maker. And I mean, if you guys don't know, if it's your first time here, we like to bring in owners, content creators. I mean, anybody who makes something really, I will bring in and talk to. I don't care if you're sitting there making your bed and you think it's an art. I will talk to you. And today we are very fortunate to have the owner of Cleverbeard. We have Ryan in the building with us. How are you today, sir?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I can't complain, man. I mean, I'm ready for winter to come back, and everybody knows that. I'm
I hear you. I'm in the same
not,
boat. I'm in the
yeah,
same.
I'm not a hot weather guy, man. I sweat. There's bugs. It's just, it's all no. It's all bad. I don't like the beach. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just all bad for me.
It's been a brutal summer too, so it's been rough.
Yeah, I mean, we have been floating around the mid 90s for weeks now,
Hmm.
weeks, just nonstop. So I'm done, dude. I am so ready to hit the wintertime. It's not even funny. Let's see who's in here. We got Twitch, Daniel the Apprentice. We got Jersey Ron, Sober Chef, Barbado Joe. What's going on, Joe? Chris claimed first. We got Steve Howe. Man, look at all you guys. What's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a great night, man. And thank you guys again for coming in. And if you didn't know, earlier today I dropped my review of Clever. It's been an extremely awesome experience to get to know the company, to use out their oils and stuff like that, and just get a feel for it. And the musician has quickly climbed my ranks of a favorite scent profile, like very quickly climbed the ranks of my favorites.
Yeah, glad to hear you say that too. And it's unfortunate because it's sold out right now, but it has been a pretty big hit so far. We're really proud of that one.
I can see why the musician, while being a more subtle cologne, is a very nice everyday cologne. It's something that you can wear if you're just hanging out at home, or you can throw in if you want to go out too. It serves both purposes.
Mhm.
It's a very nice scent profile, man. Really well done. Seriously.
Appreciate that. And that's probably one of our most complex ones as well. As far as kind of interweaving different scent profiles and things like that. So it's tough because when you run out of one of what you need when it comes to the ingredients on the fragrance side, then you completely sell out of it and you have to take a break. And that's kind of what forced us into that situation.
Yeah, and guys, just so you know, tonight we got two things going on for you. Okay, so first, and let me put this banner up here for you guys. Ryan was cool enough to go ahead and make a discount code just for tonight. Okay, so Maker 20 saves you 20% on everything on the website except America the Beautiful, because that one has the charity attached to it for the Mission 22, and except the pumpkin spice sampler kit, right?
You got it. Yep, because we're running a deal right now where if you buy one, you get a free 1 ounce oil.
So yeah, there you go. So everything else though, guys, Maker 20 for the night gets you 20% off. So thank that man right there, because that's pretty cool of them to do. And then we also have two giveaways for you tonight. Two. So stick around. You definitely want to try and win something. I know everyone wants to win something for free. Who doesn't want to win something for free? Come on.
Yeah, I do.
Dude, everybody does. That's just the way it works. If you can win something for free, why not? So, all right, brother. You know the deal. I'm sure you've seen it before. We like to talk about your company, get to know you a little bit.
Sure.
So, I know there's more than one owner for Cleverbeard. Talk to me about the formation of Cleverbeard. How'd you guys meet? All that good stuff.
Sure. So I actually started and founded the company actually almost a year ago. Kind of the idea came about, and throughout that process, while I was talking with some of my friends about it, Jeff and Sierra, who happen to be married, live in St. Louis, expressed interest in wanting to join on board. And so when I first started this, my goal was I was just going to put out like 4 or 5 beard oils and kind of see where it went, but it just so happened that Sierra was really good at building different products like beard balms and beard butters. And so for me to give up, kind of part of my company to bring them in, probably put me a year ahead of where I would have been had I not brought them in. And so it
Very
was kind
cool.
of a no brainer. And, Jeff and I, we've known each other for about 13 years now. When I first started out my career, I met him. He actually hired me in one of my first roles and then a couple other roles. So we became really close over the years, and that's kind of how it all came together.
That's cool, man. It's nice to see that the partnership has benefited everyone, because let's be honest here. In business, partnerships aren't always exactly what they seem in the beginning. So it's nice to see that it's worked out for you guys and that you formed a good relationship working wise and outside of the business as well.
Yeah, and the good thing is we keep each other honest. We're very blunt with each other. So you always know where each other, where all three of us stand when it comes to this company and the products that we're putting out
That's important, though. I mean, people won't always like it when you're honest, but being honest with each other, they might not like it at first, but they can realize it's an honest truth and they can move on from that.
there. Yep, exactly, exactly. I agree.
Oh, hey, look, it's the good half of Cleverbeard. In your pocket. Just kidding, Ryan. Love you, brother. From McMahon. There he goes.
That's funny.
Hey,
Some jokes from last night.
man. Yeah. Let me just ask a question here. So I learned about you from watching Beard Therapy, right? I just want to know, how did you go about getting involved with two people as bad as Joe and Johnny? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Barbado Joe is actually my high school English teacher, and
Oh,
so
really? See, I don't think I knew that.
yep, yep. So
I'm sorry. No.
that was like way back in 2003, 2004. And so, actually, when I was starting out, to kind of get into some of the beer products, and I'd always looked at products like the Art of Shaving and like some of the big companies, but when I started following him on Instagram and seeing that he was following some of the smaller guys in the community and more of the craft guys, that's kind of how it sparked my interest, was following him, and then seeing some of the guys that he was following and then buying those products. And for me, I've always wanted to start my own company, and I was like, this is great. Like, I've always had a beer, like this would be right up my alley. And so yeah, decided to move forward with that. So
So that kind of answers another question I had. Did you know about this little community beforehand? And it sounds like you kind of learned about it through Joe, pretty much.
correct. Yeah, 100%. I had no idea about the community till probably about a year ago, I would say. And that was my first introduction into it, and slowly started, kind of making my own relationships in the community. And he's been great. He's been kind of my, person who's been able to connect me with some of the people. And yeah, so that was my first introduction into it.
Notice how he didn't introduce you to me, and I take offense to that, Joe. I had to reach out to this man on my own. Like, we had to make our own friendship here, and I think that tells me two things. Either one, Joe thinks I suck, or two, Joe just doesn't like me all that much. It's either one.
I'm sure that's not it at all. I'm sure that's not it at all. And I'm pretty sure that I found your page through him. So, you know, there's a lot of reviewers out there, but I'm glad to be here tonight.
Oh no, I just have to bust Joe's chops. Actually, I love Joe. Joe's a very good friend. Me and Joe had our show, the Film Bits, which we're going to get back into eventually. Things just got crazy, but Joe's a very good friend, and he's a good guy to have in your corner. That's for sure.
Tell me more about that show. So, what is that show that you guys are doing together?
Oh, the Film Bits.
Mm-hmm.
So we took a movie, which were both very big Tarantino heads. I love Quentin Tarantino movies. So we took Reservoir Dogs and we started breaking down the movie. Basically, we play clips of the movie and then talk about, you know, the camera angles, the setting, everything about the movie. Kind of what I understand what he does in his classrooms, kind of.
Yeah, so he started doing the film stuff, I think, after I was there. But yeah, I mean, sounds like a great class. I would have loved to have had that. But yeah, that's cool that you guys kind of go into the different film shots and really break it down. I like that.
Yeah, it's been a good time, and for us, it's two friends turning on a movie they love and getting to talk about it. Like, how do you go wrong there? You don't.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Chris told you to do it, not me. Just saying. Chris told you to do it. Okay. And look at that. Blonde just got his pumpkin spice sample kit.
That's
Blonde man, I hope you enjoy their oils as much as I have. I was testing it for a week and some change. Really a very nice oil. Feels great in my beard. And again, the musician has very quickly climbed my ranks. It's something that I really enjoy wearing. What's going on, Rob? So one of the questions I got asked when people saw that you were coming on was they started asking me about the green bomb. And I was like, I don't really have an answer for you. I didn't test out their bomb. I said at the time, my brother wasn't as involved with the channel, and he was the one who kind of tested the bombs out most of the time. I said, so I didn't really get to test it out. I don't know why it's green. So maybe you can help out some of them and help me out a little bit here.
Sure. We've kind of tried to go above and beyond and do our own thing within the community. And so when we were building a bomb, the weird thing about, and you probably have heard this about our company, is that we've got half of us that, myself that's based in Chicago, and then they're based in St. Louis. And so, we were passing back and forth kind of the bombs, and we had probably 10 to 15 different iterations of the bomb. And then, towards the end of it, as we were doing more and more research, we kind of realized that hemp seed oil would be a great ingredient for our bombs. And so, when you add that ingredient into a bomb, it turns it green. And so that was something that was really unique. And obviously there's a lot of benefits to having that in your bomb as well. So we went forward with it, and it's been a huge hit so far.
What's going on, Tyson from Faithfully? Man, look at all you guys in here. Yeah, you know what? I think it's just when people see something different, we all say we want something different, right? We want something that stands out. But when you actually see something different, I think people pause for a minute and they don't really know what to expect. Like, it's green, so they're all like, it's green. Why is the bomb green? Well, you said you wanted something different. They're giving you something different. Be happy now. Just try it out.
Yeah, and we like it. And for us, we're consumers as well, so we know what we would like in a product, and that's kind of how we build our product line, is what we would like to see in a product. So,
And I think that's what makes some of these companies in the beard community so unique, is that so many of them were consumers first. So many of them were out there buying products, trying things out, and then said, you know what? I'm going to take the experience I had from this company's customer service, this company's products, this company's presentation, and try and put it all together into something I think would be unique and different.
yeah, and I like to, for me, I like to get to know some of the other companies that are out there, and so, I've been known to every once in a while reach out to a company and ask them, what's the product that you're most proud of? And then once you find that out, I like to purchase it, and I like to kind of learn about their culture. And for me, it's, I kind of feel like I'm a student of this entire community. And so, I like to learn as much as I can, and then make my own informed decisions on what I like in a product, and then try to steer the company wherever it needs to go based on that.
So, all right. So, like you said, you kind of got your introduction through Joe and all that stuff. Tell me the first thing that made you want to be part of all this, because yes, this community is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I love it here. But at times, things get a little cranky. Folks start getting angry at each other for no reason, like anywhere else. So what made you want to enter into our crazy little world?
I think for me, I just needed a vehicle to put my creativity, and I thought that this would be, a way that I could do that. And for me, always liking men's products and beard products and things like that. I just, everything from being able to create our own labels to formulate, our beard oils to create the different scents. There's just so much creativity that goes into making a single product or a single scent. And so for me, that was, something that I thought would be just great. And, as I started buying some of the, discovering companies like Luxurious Bastard, like Ruddy Man, like Honeyawker, and what those guys do, was just a huge source of, kind of inspiration, and made me want to do that as well.
You just listed some really good companies, by the way. Those were
Yeah.
three really good ones to grab at real fast. That was
Yeah.
well done. Oh, well done, sir.
And they're
Because
great
those,
guys too. I mean, that's the thing about those companies, is not only are they great companies, not only do they put out great products, but they're good people as well. And so that's, what we kind of wanted to be as a company.
I couldn't agree more. We're going to have Adam on here soon from Hanyaker. I'm looking forward to it. He's such a good dude, Ren. Like, seriously, we've had so many conversations. Just a good man. And that's why I started doing this, though,
Yep.
was I love the interactions with the companies. I love getting to know you guys. And I like having a venue where I can tell people, hey, don't just listen to my review. Come meet the man and see why you should be grabbing his product.
Yep. Yep. And it's a great concept too. I really, I'm a big fan of kind of how you set this all up.
Yeah, I got made fun of a little bit because I came up with the idea when COVID first started, and everyone was like, So COVID's here, and you make a show called Meet Your Maker. Nice, good job, Joe.
It's all over video. It works out.
I was like, "What? I had the name idea before COVID hit. What do you want from me? I'm not going to change it now." I've never seen any other business be supportive. Wait, I'm sorry. What? I get what you're saying. Like outside of the community. Got it. Understand now. You're right. This is a weird little world we're in where you see companies supporting each other, whereas in the actual retail world, you won't see that, man. Levi's trying to cut off Wrangler's head if they get a chance to. So talk to me about like your scent profile names. What made this the musician? Like did the names inspire the scent profiles, or did the scent profiles inspire the names?
So usually I come up with kind of the name and the idea first. The musician is an interesting story because I was talking with Rodney, who's in the community, and was telling him my process of like, so okay, so you have two really good examples. So the Seafarer came about because I was listening to literally on Spotify, music that it was seafarer music is basically what it was. It was music that was built for people who sailed the high seas, and so I listened to all kind of outlandish music, and so through that, I was like, okay, this would be really cool idea for a scent profile. And then I started thinking about all the different things. Like if I was on a boat and I kind of put myself in there, what would be the different scents that I would smell, and then try to capture that in the bottle. And so I was telling that story to one of our customers, Rodney, and he was saying, that's really interesting. If I send you a song, can you create a scent profile based on that? And so music's kind of been part of what's been our inspiration. So he gave me, a song that was basically kind of like a jazz song, and it had, saxophone solo and all that. And that's how the musician came out. So I was listening to the song, and I was like, well, it's going to be smooth, it's going to be silky, it's going to be cologne, and the musician. And it's funny because he said the musician, and I was thinking that as well. So we kind of met on that one. So yeah.
I think you just described the scent profile really well. Like I think you just did it better than I did it justice. That's pretty good. Real quick, just so everybody knows, again, the code is Maker20 for the night, 20% off on everything except for America the Beautiful, which 22% of that goes toward the Mission 22. Now, real quick, can you tell them what that is and why you guys decided to do it?
Sure. So Mission 22 is an organization that tries to provide resources to veterans, because every day 22 veterans commit suicide. So they try to combat that, and they give all kind of resources to veterans who need it. And as far as why we chose that, it actually, wasn't it was our decision, but it wasn't our idea. So my cousin and one of my best friends, who's a groomsman in my wedding, he was a Marine, and so that organization was really personal to him for some personal reasons that I won't get into. But when I was starting the company, I was like, I want to tie this to a charity. I want to have kind of a flagship scent that I can tie to some kind of charity, and just do a little bit of good in the community. And so I asked him, what would be something that a charity that you would choose, and he immediately said Mission 22. And so we kind of built the scent profile based off of that, and then the rest is history.
And I gotta say, something that I do love about this community is, and I'm not saying that this is the absolute case with you, but I'm just showing an example here. Your company could be the worst company on the planet, but if you attach the charity to something, the people in this community would go out and buy that product just to support that charity and support the cause. There's a lot of good people here. So when they see something like that, they want to support it, and they want to support that company. And to know that there's a personal reason behind it, that you had a family member who was actually helped by this charity, it just shows people that this isn't a gimmick or something. It's something personal to you and something that meant something to you.
Yeah, and I'll be completely transparent with you. It's something that we kind of struggle with because tying it to a charity, we don't want to consistently market it as that. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I want people to discover it, and if they decide to buy that product, know that part of their money is going to go towards that. And so that's why, even though it is our flagship product, you're not always going to see us, throwing that scent in your face and throwing it in your face, and we just kind of let people discover it, and it's become, kind of organic, and through that, and through the community, we've been able to do a little bit of good with Mission 22, and they've been a great partner with us, and we talk to them, probably once a month, and so it's become a good relationship.
And like I said, the community is amazing. I don't know if you were following me back then, but we did the Children's Tumor Foundation charity auction on my channel back in May, and it was an absolute ridiculous success. The guy showed up,
Right.
raised almost $5,000 that night in less than 2.5 hours. So the community is amazing when it comes to throwing their support out there for sure.
Yep, absolutely agree with that.
Something that I had to do a little bit of research on your thing was you make neck bombs, sir.
Sure do.
I'll be honest. That's the first time I ever heard of the term neck bomb was on your website. One, why neck bomb? Two, who the hell came up with the idea for a neck bomb?
I'd love to take credit, but it was actually Jeff and Sierra that came up with it. And so here's, as a consumer, again, here's what we know about the bearded community. We all have beards, but chances are, if you're like me, you at least shave part of your neckline, and that's something that Jeff does, and that I do, and when you shave down there, you get irritation a lot of times. Jeff gets ingrown hairs, you might get rash, pimples, whatever. And so we wanted to come up with something that after you shave, you can kind of put the balm on there, and help to kind of soothe with some of those issues. And again, we are trying to kind of create products that just aren't out there, and solve problems that just aren't being solved. And so that was one of the ways that we thought would be a good way to kind of solve a problem, that we felt was out there.
See, now I think that's pretty cool. And I think the one question some people would have for you is, what is the difference between them maybe using your normal beard balm in that sense towards them using your neck balm? Is the way it's made, the products, the ingredient, what?
Yeah, so I mean, your neck balm is going to be something that is simply just applied to your skin. There's no holding properties or anything like that. There's no wax. Whereas obviously your beard balm is going to be more for, as shaping your beard and kind of making it look nice. And so, as far as the ingredients go, you're going to have something that has, wax in it that serves a purpose versus something that is primarily, your mango butter, and some of your butters that it has more smoothing properties.
I mean, and also for me, the biggest difference is obviously the price. If you're going to use your normal balm to shave with, it kind of feels like, why not just spend the $9.99 and get the neck balm?
Yeah,
probably a smarter idea.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing too. I mean, so the beard balm comes in obviously a bigger size versus your post shave neck balm, which is going to come in just a 1 ounce container. So there's that as well.
All right, guys. Well, Ryan has been extremely cool tonight, and also not just doing the Maker 20, which there again, guys, Maker 20 for the evening, get you 20% off on everything except America the Beautiful and the pumpkin spice sampler kit. But he's also been cool enough to throw in a couple giveaways tonight. And if everyone's ready for one of those, we'll do one now if you guys want. So what we're going to do is we got 2 giveaways tonight. Each one is an oil of choice. Ryan, is there any limits on the scent profiles or anything they can't pick?
No, whatever beard oil you want is fine. Again, keeping in mind that the musician is currently sold out.
Okay, so we're going to do an oil of choice. And by now, I would hope everyone knows the rules, but if not, let's go through them real quick. Remember, we're going to do a random number generator. Wait for me to actually give you the field. Johnny Grooms is not on screen with me, so I don't have anybody to put the dots up right now, so you just have to wait till I say go. I'll give you my range. Only enter once. Remember, the internet's going to prioritize your answer on your screen. So let's go ahead and do a random number, 1 through 10. Only guess once. Go. This is for an oil scent profile of choice. And there's Chris. Good job, Chris. Way to go. Throwing up the dots. Oh, you guys can stop, by the way, because we have a winner already, amazingly. That was pretty damn quick, actually. And a few of you got it right, but the person on my screen who got it first and seems to just win all the time when he comes into my channel is Devin over at Beard Code. He is the first one with a 7 on my screen. Very first guy with it. A lot of yous had it, but Devin was first. Congratulations, Devin. He just reaches out to you.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Devin, just reach out to us. Let us know what scent profile you want. We actually already have some product that's coming your way because I know that you have a little fall series that's coming up with a couple of guys. So this works out actually perfect. So we'll chat. Just reach out and then we'll talk about what you want sent out to you.
Devin is the new metal chef. It's starting to feel that way on my channel. The young man comes in here and just keeps winning. Just saying. It's what he does. Yeah, throw out the congrats, guys. Seriously. Code man, congratulations, dude. All you do is win. You're like the DJ Khaled of my channel right now. Like, it's pretty amazing, really. Oh man, I'm sorry. My shoulder just locked up on me. I felt like this guy I used to work with, used to literally every time somebody would ask him to do something in his extremely Jersey scented accent, he would go, "My shoulder, I can't do it. My shoulder," and like it became a running joke for all of us. And anytime one of us would try and fix their shoulder, everybody else made fun of them because of it.
We're all getting old, man. It's tough.
That's not funny. I've got a daughter who's going into her 8th grade. That's not a funny statement
It's true. We're all getting old.
because it does make. How old are you, sir?
How old do you think I am?
Well, you were Joe's student, but Joe walked with the dinosaurs. So I don't know. Let's say 33.
You got it.
Really?
Hmm.
Wow, man! I should do this at like those carnivals and stuff. That was pretty good.
It was impressive.
That was pretty good. I figured you were a little bit younger than me, but not much.
Hmm. Hmm.
And like I said, having Joe as a teacher isn't a great gauge because, Joe parted the Red Sea with Moses. Like Joe's been here forever. So
Been around a couple of years, yeah.
listen, the more I make fun of somebody, the more I actually like them. And like I said, I love Joe. So I'm always going to crack on him. That's my job.
He was definitely one of my favorite teachers. He was as good of a teacher as he is kind of. I mean, with him, what you see is what you get, and that's what I appreciate him.
That's what I was about to say. See, I didn't know this before you came on, but now that you are here,
Hmm.
what was the Barbados Joe teacher experience like? Was he a more hands-on, like active teacher? Was he more of a here's your work, get out of my face teacher? What was he?
No, he's very hands on, and he would assign these books that we would have to read throughout the year, and then as you can
And that's
imagine,
old.
as you can imagine, as we would be reading chapters in the book, you can imagine the voices that Barbados Joe would do, and he would get real into the characters, and he's just the same guy that I remembered back then is the guy that I've gotten to know, over the past year now. So yeah, he's a great teacher.
So you said it wasn't the film study thing though when you went there. What was he teaching when you went there?
So if memory serves, it was an English class, and so we did some current events and things like that. But he assigned us a lot of kind of classic books to read, and then we would talk about it and write papers about it. So it's a good English class.
I gotta say, just off of knowing Joe, once I heard he was a teacher, I was like, man, kids must have some real fun in his classroom.
Oh yeah.
Because I could see Joe being a very interactive teacher, wanting to find things to actually make the source material make sense to you and really trying to have some fun with it. I couldn't see Joe in a boring classroom.
No, no, it was definitely not boring at all. Mm-mm.
And it's pretty cool that you guys now have this relationship so many years later. And here you are, you're a creator, you're a content maker, wow, product maker, and Joe's a reviewer. Like all over again, you're going to him with your stuff. Like, how'd I do? Like,
Well, and it just goes to show, you guys as reviewers too, how much influence that you have over the community, and that's a great example of him kind of because he was putting out that content. kind of made somebody realize that they want to go and do it on the company side. So, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I've said it more than once though, and I'll say it for the rest of my time in this community, however long that decides to be. I don't think I have any control over that, really. You guys do. But the only reason for me that reviewers have our place in this community, there's two reasons. One, the companies. The companies actually want to work with us. They enjoy working with some of us. And because of that, it gives us a little more, what's the word I'm looking for here? I can't remember. I can't think of the word right now, but it makes people look at us like more like we know what we're talking about, basically, because the owners are willing to listen to us and work with us a little bit. And two, because of all the guys out there who watch everything we put out. Without you guys, there is no channel.
Well, I think it's a two-way street too, right? Because on the company side, especially when you're first starting out, it's important to get that feedback. And when our first month, we had a couple of customers, but we didn't have too many people who that we could give our product to and kind of get that real honest feedback from. And so to be able to have that community of reviewers that we can kind of fall back on and rely on and talk to and work with, and you see it every day where you've got companies and reviewers who are teaming together to make a product and putting that out there. It's a really cool relationship between the two. I feel like the two sides of the coin really push each other to become better versions of each side.
And it's funny. Excuse me. I feel like most reviewers and most companies have that other guy out there, that person that they've kind of grown with, and not just one either. Some of us have two or three companies that we got started with, and we continue to just kind of grow along side by side. And I think it's really cool to see, man. Like, I think it's something very special to watch happen. And I don't think it's something that really happens in too many other areas out there in life.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it's cool too. And I'm sure that you're kind of experiencing this as you get farther along with what you're doing in content creation, where you get to a certain point where when you first start out, you're reaching out to all these different people and asking them questions, and now we're at kind of a point where we're starting to get some smaller companies who are coming up, and we're still a small company by all stretches of the imagination, but guys who are just starting out who are reaching out to us and asking us questions. And so kind of the life cycle of it all is really interesting to kind of see. And I'm sure you're starting to get some of the younger guys who are coming up asking you questions about what your process is and things like that, and I just think that's really cool.
Yeah, I had a few people ask me that, but then once they found out that I was a nut job, they stopped asking me. Sure. And that's not even a joke. If anybody's ever, like, people have seen more recently, I've let you guys into my little world as I try and create my content. I'm a nut. There's millions of pictures taken. I shoot the same shot about 100 times because I'm never happy with it, and then I use the first shot. Still, like, yeah, I'm a little bit crazy when it comes to certain things.
That's okay though. I mean, that's all part of the process, right?
It's part of my process, definitely, for sure. For me, it's like once I found out, when I first got started doing all this, I didn't know how to edit videos or anything of that. I shot a video, whatever happened, and I put it out. That was it.
Yep.
Now that I've learned how to actually edit and change things and fix things that I don't like, now, man, what used to take me 20 minutes, film a video, hit YouTube, put a title, go.
Yep.
Now it takes me about 18 hours to get done between editing and yelling at myself and everything else. Still, I'm happy at the end of the day with my product, and I think that's important because it is a product.
Yep, completely agree. And I feel like that it's like that on both sides too. For us, we were talking about this last night too, where the pumpkin spice scent I thought was going to be the death of me. And we spent a good 4 months trying to formulate something, and they were all terrible. And until finally, I kind of turned it over to Jeff and Sierra, and they just perfected this just perfect, pumpkin spice smell. And I feel like as a maker, it's kind of that same way, where as you learn how to do more stuff, you're able to kind of push the boundaries of what should be possible.
There's no such thing as a perfect pumpkin spice.
Man, you haven't tried ours. It's really good. It's a really good product.
Listen, I like pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin, right? But I haven't had a pumpkin spice beard oil yet that makes me go, yeah, I want that in my beard. No, I just haven't had one yet.
I get it. And so here's the thing. So, I think what makes ours different is that and I've tried a lot of pumpkin spice beard oils and products out there, and there's a lot of really good ones. And a lot of them are kind of spicy, or they're very vanilla forward. Some of them are kind of on the bland side. Ours it's kind of that classic pumpkin scent, and then you've got espresso that's mixed in there with kind of the vanilla that kind of is playful in the back. And so I feel like ours is more of a pumpkin spice latte, or kind of like that smell around the holidays when somebody's cooking in the kitchen and you get kind of that dessert kind of aroma. That's where ours falls versus kind of that spicy cinnamon kind of real cut and dry pumpkin spice scent. Because the thing about, it's a controversial scent profile, and when you say pumpkin spice, everybody has their own version of what that means. And so for us, we wanted to come out with something that was unique, that people were going to like. And we had, Sierra used to be a barista at Starbucks, and so we kind of had a ringer when it came to that scent profile, and so we decided to go with that. But it's a really, really good scent profile, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not like Devin on here who hates pumpkin pies or anything. I like pumpkin stuff. I just, I think it's two things for me, honestly. Number one, like I said, I really haven't found a pumpkin scented beard oil that I've really loved enough to put into my beard yet. And number two, it feels like I look up at the calendar and I'm like, oh, here comes all the pumpkin stuff. Here it all comes. Everything's going to be pumpkin scented.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. It's like a barbershop. I've got weird things about me, like barbershop scent profiles too. When I hear a company going, oh, we've got a new scent profile. Our barbershop. I'm like, so it's not new though. It's a barbershop, So things like that I just kind of get down on. I don't know. I'm weird. Don't judge me.
No, that's fine. And we've kind of stayed away from the barbershop scent profile as well. So I definitely understand that. I will say with the pumpkin spice line that we put out there, have you seen the deal that we're doing right now? What we decided to do with our sampler kit?
I remember we were talking about it. You get a free oil.
Yeah. So, for us, again, we try to kind of steer things our own way. And so what we were noticing in the community is there was a lot of companies who were kind of doing bigger sizes. And, as a consumer, I'll buy a product and then I might use a third of it. And then, there's something that the next big thing comes out and then I got to try that. And so
yeah,
we wanted to create something that we felt like people were going to use in its entirety and kind of go with a smaller size, with a better price point. And so what we're doing right now is we've got a pumpkin spice sampler kit. And in that kit, you're going to get your 1 ounce pumpkin spice beard oil. You're going to get it's a 1 ounce pumpkin spice balm compared to our 2 ounce. So we throw a 1 ounce in there. We've got our neck balm that's in there. And then we finish that out with a 4 ounce pumpkin spice beard wash. And it all comes in a nice little travel kit. It's, pretty good quality travel kit. And then on top of that, if you buy that sampler kit, which is $34.99, you're also going to get a second beard oil of your choice, completely free. And the only one that's excluded in that is the America the Beautiful, obviously, because that ties to it. So if you think about it, for less than $35, you're getting two 1 ounce oils plus everything else that I mentioned. It's a really good deal. And so, that's one of the things that we identified in the community that not a lot of people are doing, is kind of skewing to smaller sizes so that, people actually use their entire product.
Blonde, don't hate on my pumpkin spice hate, sir. Don't do it. All right. I've never, and I think it's just, like I said, it's not just in the community either, man. Dunkin' Donuts puts out a pumpkin spice coffee.
Yep.
Who's got a pumpkin spice this? By the time like Christmas rolls around, I'm pumpkined out by that point. It's like I'm done. No more pumpkin, please.
Yeah, it's a controversial scent profile for sure, and that's why we put out 3 fall scents this year because of that. Because we know not everybody's a pumpkin spice fan, so we wanted to kind of we've got the autumn harvest, and then we've got the Bavarian that we put out this year as well. So in our eyes, we kind of have something for everybody when it comes to the fall time.
Now talk about those two real quick. Give me a breakdown of the Harvest and the Bavarian, because I know I saw Joe in here before saying he wanted to get his hands on the Bavarian.
Yeah, so the Bavarian's a great scent profile. It's got Centennial hops, which it's going to give you a little bit of that hoppy scent, but it's kind of a little bit more on the fruitier side. And then we threw apples in there, and we've got amber as well. So, what it kind of creates is a scent profile that's almost like an apple cider. Kind of like a spiked apple cider. And it's kind of just a perfect fruity type scent profile that goes really well with the fall time. And then the autumn harvest, you've got your apples, your cinnamon, your clove. It's kind of your classic fall candle type scent. But when you warm it up in your hands, you kind of get all these different scent profiles that come out. So we kind of tried to hit the two classics with kind of the apple and the pumpkin spice, but then threw our own twist on it with the Bavarian. So, and we've got really good feedback about all three of them so far.
Now, is this more of a plan going forward for you as well? Will we see more seasonal scent profiles rolling out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we try to hit all of the different moments throughout the year, and even some of the ones that you wouldn't think of. So America the Beautiful is obviously tied into Fourth of July. We've got our fall scents that we put out there, and at the same time, even though we didn't say anything, announce anything, we just kind of threw up some of our winter holiday scent profiles up there. And so, for us, what we like to do is we like to throw stuff out up on our website and, see who notices. And so we've got a couple holiday scent profiles that we've thrown up there. And of course, we'll do a couple more, when it comes to the holidays as well. We've got something called the Democracy, which is, kind of tied into, without getting political at all, but still tied into kind of the presidential election and coming in up in November. So we've got something that ties into that because we know that people like moments, people like to celebrate moments. So why not give them a product that they can kind of tie into that?
Everybody giving Johnny his hellos, and now look, you guys all made Johnny all happy. Look at him. He's like, oh, everybody acknowledged me. I know. I got a nice little group here, man. Everybody makes everyone feel welcome. You guys make the show, man. I'm just up here talking. You guys make it happen. So thank you guys so much. Seriously, you guys are amazing. So, all right. How long has Cleverbeard actually been a company?
Officially, I mean, we launched on February 27th. So about 6 months, maybe just over that.
6 months, really?
hmm
And how do you feel like your growth has gone so far?
Recently, since the fall release, it's been crazy. It's been by far our busiest time period. A lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, and it happened a lot quicker than we probably anticipated it. So right now, it's been fantastic. The community's been great. Some of the marketing that we've done, we feel like has been a home run. The pumpkin spice sampler kit is just, I mean, we can't even keep them kind of in stock. So we're doing our best there. But yeah, it's been really great. It's been a kind of exciting 6 months to see where we've taken it so far. So
Now that's, you know what? It's like, to me, I've always wondered this is how do you, as a beard company, right, really gauge your growth? Because this isn't like an in-store brand or something like that where you've got, okay, well, the store slowed down right now, so we're going to slow down, or the shopping season. This is an online business, and there's really no way to gauge when you should or shouldn't be busy all that much. So how do you guys prepare for that? And are you learning as you go that when you do releases, you might have to be ready to be a little bit more busy than you are during your normal times?
yeah, I mean, so the thing about kind of running this business is we're learning things that you're never going to learn in a textbook. And so for us, we're kind of data fanatics, and so we're always looking at traffic. We're always looking at kind of the average sale and things like that. And so we kind of look at what works and what doesn't work, and so we're able to at least keep a base inventory of what we need. The tough part becomes where we've got maybe something in stock in Chicago, something in stock in St. Louis, and then somebody orders something that's on both sides, and then we kind of have to work through that problem to get the customer the product as quickly as possible. So those are some of the logistical problems that we run into. But a lot of this we're learning on the fly, and as far as working longer, working harder, that's never been a problem for us. We're okay with that. We're in this for the long haul, and we know that all the work that we do now is going to eventually lead to some fruitful events in the future. So
So what, if anything, right? I mean, some people say it hasn't happened yet. Other people say it has. Other people are always, I always get interesting responses to it. For you guys, what do you think was your first big hit in your company? Like, what was the first product you put out and you went, you know what? We might have something here. People really seem to like this.
So for a while, it was America the Beautiful. That was definitely something that I would say 75% of people really liked, 25% of people were kind of lukewarm on. And then we put out the golfer, and the golfer became a huge hit, and people really liked that kind of peach magnolia. It kind of reminds you of the Masters, in the springtime, and so that became a huge hit. And then after that, the fall line is what really has been keeping us the most busy, is those three fall scents, and the sampler kit and all of that. So I'd say in that order.
Now, how many bomb sales would you say you average? There, because we're seeing, obviously, we see some reviewers out there very much trying to be like, hey, don't get rid of your bomb. And I've never told anyone to get rid of their bomb. I just say I don't use it much for myself. It never really been a product that worked too well for me.
Yep.
But I have noticed that bomb has been kind of trending downwards. Have you noticed the same thing as a company?
Yeah, everybody is all about the butters, and so we've had some people who, because we offer the oil and the balm combo right now, and so we've had people that have reached out and said, hey, instead of the balm, can you throw in a butter instead? And yeah, and
That
we're
would be
willing,
me.
we're willing to do that. I mean, if you reach out to us, they're the same, price point. We're willing to kind of swap that out. Why we don't offer that currently, I don't know. We just don't. But if that's something that you want, by all means, put in an oil and a balm and substitute it out.
In fairness, and in defense of what you're saying right now, there was a time in this community where an oil bomb combo was the standard, and butters were sold by themselves.
Hmm. Hmm.
That was just kind of the way things were done for a long time.
Yep. Yep. And we offer oil balm, and then we offer oil balm butter, and then we offer oil balm butter and our beard wash. And so we want people to be able to kind of make their choice of what they want. And and I know right now too, the big thing is co-wash too. A lot of people like the co-washes. So
Um, Rob, are you saying that Ryan's having an issue with his audio over there? Because I mean, he's coming through pretty clear for me. So I'm just curious if anybody else is having an issue hearing Ryan. Let me know real quick before we move forward, because he's actually coming through pretty clear on my end. See, now everybody's answering. That's why there's nothing coming up. StreamYard is yep, there they all go. Okay. I hear him fine. It's quiet. He's way too low, and you're way high. Okay. So I don't know, Ryan, if you can turn it up at all. Let me just. Oh, dude. How's that, guys? Am I better now? I'm always loud, bro.
hopefully I'm a little better too. I don't know if I need to speak closer to it or.
It's good. See, some of the guys are saying you're low. Other guys are saying you're good. So I don't really know if there's a way we can fix it at the moment. Yeah, Joe's just loud. Yeah, Blonde knows this, dude. I'm just loud. So if you guys didn't know, again, I'll let everybody know. I am half deaf, basically. So my left ear pretty much doesn't work whatsoever. So to me, I could be screaming at the top of my lungs and I sound like I'm whispering. You know what I mean? So sorry, guys. It's just who I am. Yeah, just talk louder, Ryan. I don't know. Ryan seems like a laid back kind of guy. I don't know if he has a louder voice.
I'll do my best.
All right. So you said you wanted to get your creative things out in a way if you could, right? That's what kind of led you to the beard products. If not beard products, though, was there anything else you were thinking about doing?
No. At the moment, no. I knew that I wanted to start some kind of company, but at the time, that's kind of just what happened to click. So yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm just curious because, some guys, they were like, hey, I might have done this. I might have done that. I'm always curious if somebody had something else in line or if the beard products were really the first thing that caught your eye. And for me, if you're a creative individual, I can understand that because To me, beard products are an art form. There's an art to it. Finding the right blend, getting the right scent profiles, all those things. It's an art form.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with that. And the barrier to entry into starting to kind of create your own products is not that high as well. It's not the easiest to kind of start and make your own oil, but if you know what you're doing and you know the right people to talk to, the process is easier to navigate. I feel like so it's just fun.
All right, man. So if you watch the show, I have my random questions all set up for you if you're ready.
Yep.
So it's just a bunch of random. I mean, they don't even make any sense in the order they're put in half the time. I don't even group them together well. So it's as random as can be. You all set?
I'm all set.
All right. The first two are actually from my daughter. Cake versus ice cream. Which one?
Oh man, I gotta go ice cream.
And then cookies or donuts?
I gotta go cookies.
Okay. Okay. You went 1 for 2 on that with her. She would have went ice cream and cookies. That's where she would have gone.
Okay. Still a
That's
good
where she would have gone.
It's a tough question. It's probably the toughest questions I've gotten so far.
I hear you. I hear you. Tequila or vodka?
I gotta go vodka.
Whiskey or cognac?
Whiskey.
Beer or wine?
Beer.
Favorite one?
Oh man, I don't have a specific one, but I've been getting into kind of the hazy IPAs, which are starting to be overdone, but I still really like that. And now that it's fall, I'm starting to get into all like the Oktoberfest and that. So,
Okay. Rock or pop?
it's pop.
Rap or country?
Oh man, I like them both.
Yeah, see, that would have been my answer too. But sorry, sir. On the chair, you got to pick one.
Oh gosh, I'll go country.
Okay, I understand. Favorite cereal?
Oh man, favorite cereal. Let's go Lucky Charms.
Dude, my daughter's gonna love this. Hold on. Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show. I'm currently binge watching Vikings, but I'm gonna go Scrubs.
Yeah, I never watched that one. Never really got into it. That was just me though. MMA or boxing?
Oh man, I'll go with the classic boxing.
Favorite fighter?
I mean, I would just go with some of the classics out there. I like watching classic boxing. I'm not into the modern boxing right now.
I hear you, man. There were few out there better than watching guys like Sugar Ray. Even guys like Marvin Hagley. They just don't make them like that anymore, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Football or baseball?
Football.
Basketball or hockey?
Hockey.
Really, man? We get a lot of hockey fans on here, man. It's crazy. Tennis or golf?
I'm from a good hockey city, not a basketball city, originally.
True. Very true. Tennis or golf?
Golf.
Favorite golfer? Do you have one?
Oh man, I would say probably Phil Mickelson.
Okay. If you had the option, let's say you're at like a country club on the beach, are you going to the pool or are you going in the ocean?
I'm going to the ocean.
Oh, no, dude. Come on, man. Pool.
I got the Seafair, man. I got the Seafair oil. I got to go ocean.
Yeah. I hear you, but no, I'm not going in the ocean. There's sharks. Listen, I got a very simple rules in life. Okay, I don't want to get eaten by a shark. I don't go in the ocean.
Yeah, but if you're in a pool, you might get peed on.
You don't know what's getting dumped in the ocean every day, dude.
That's fair.
All right. So just saying, American Muscle or import?
American Muscle.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That's just a personal question, really. I just don't ever want to hear anybody pick import.
I understand.
Plane or train?
Plane.
No, train, dude. I don't like flying. I don't like heights. I'm 6'4". I don't even like looking down. Okay.
My former job, I used to work in airports across the country, so I'm biased.
Okay. All right. I understand. PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
No, what?
I know. It's controversy. And the next generation of one, I'm trying to decide which one I'm going to go with. But I've been with.
You're gonna get a PS5 if you're smart.
I was thinking about it.
They look amazing. I'm just saying.
I know.
And if all the things they're trying to do are actually done well, this thing is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean,
Yeah.
they need to announce a release date and a price is what they need to do. 'Cause it's September.
I think from the last thing I read, the highest that the PS5 will be priced is 500,
Okay.
and the lowest it'll be priced is 399.
Yeah, I don't think they can go really any higher than that. I think they're going to probably lose money on that, but the games and all of that is where they're going to make some money.
That's probably a reality. They're probably not going to make a lot of money off the systems themselves right away.
Yeah.
But in the long run, like you said, the games, accessories, all that that's where they make their money in reality.
Yep. Agreed.
Apple or Android?
I have an Apple.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you like it. Apple or Android?
I'll go with Apple because that's what I know right now.
Okay.
It's been a while.
If anybody knows me, I hate Apple. I don't know. I don't have all the Apple things lined up. That's my problem.
I don't either. Here's my thing about Apple. I like it because I have it, and I've had it for a while. But
okay, Blonde. Blonde's got newer data than me.
Oh, there you go. Oh wow, 600. Okay. But my problem with Apple is that they haven't, at least on the iPhone, they haven't really innovated. I feel like in a couple of years, except for the camera and things like that. But.
Okay, yeah, I understand. And Blonde, at those prices, it's going to be a long time before I ever have a PS5. That means that's exactly what that number means.
Tough prices.
Yeah. Especially with the way things are right now, that's a really hard price to hit, man. I don't know if you're into horror or anything like that, but more badass creation, a zombie or a vampire?
I gotta go zombie.
Ah, yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Therefore, again, things go out of left field with me sometimes. Who'd win in some weird random fight where they met on the shores? Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster?
I gotta go Bigfoot because he's American. Loch Ness, he's a Scot.
Right, and if what they say is true, if he's descended from like apes and things like that, that means he can think and he can use tools and stuff, which means Nessie's screwed.
Exactly. I like that.
Crocodile or a shark?
Shark.
They both scare the hell out of me, so I don't. LeBron James or Michael Jordan, better player?
I gotta go Michael Jordan, man. I'm in Chicago.
Yeah, listen, I asked this question to everybody just because it's one of those ones I know there's always going to be a different answer on. Sometimes there's always going to be that controversy. Mm-hmm. LeBron might be the best all-around athlete we've ever seen in the NBA, but there was nobody like Mike. He was a killer, period.
Yeah, well, and as the businessman too, especially with what he just did with DraftKings and things like that. It's Michael Jordan. I'm in Chicago. I got to go Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, the reality was growing up during those years, even if you weren't a Chicago Bulls fan, you were a Michael Jordan fan. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think that was the most popular run ever for the Bulls. They were everybody's favorite team during that run.
Yep.
Kobe was as close as you could get to MJ. No, I mean, I guess I get it. Kobe kind of mimicked Jordan's game, and I have all respect for Kobe, but Kobe, to me, is a very distant number 3 in that conversation. He was a great player, but he wasn't as good as LeBron or Mike. All respects to Kobe. Better fighter, Tyson or Ali?
Oh man, that's a really tough one.
I know. In their prime, mind you. Both of them in their prime in a boxing ring.
I'm going to go Mike Tyson.
See? Listen, I love Muhammad, man. I love Ali. And in his prime, I know he was hard to hit. But people never give Tyson the credit, really, for how good he was in his prime. I mean, the man was vicious. He had great defense. He was fast. Mike really, he did a lot of damage to himself. And had he have not, he might still be heavyweight champion of the world right now.
He's a bad dude.
Tyson would fold Ali. I know. I'm hearing it. I see you guys. Kobe is better than LeBron. I disagree, sir. Sorry. LeBron can't finish. Well, neither could Kobe until he got Shaq and Gasol. Just saying, bro. Kobe had a lot of great players around him. I know LeBron has too. I'm just saying, man. The argument goes both ways. It all depends on what you're looking for in a player. If I was starting a team tomorrow, LeBron James would always be the guy I pick because he's always going to make everybody around him better. Agree. All right, and last three here. Better comic books, Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Yeah, see, I'm a DC guy. Marvel definitely owns the movie world, but I've always been a DC comic guy.
Okay.
And the two biggest questions in my little world here. Number one, how do you like your steaks?
Medium rare.
Oh, no, dude. Meat's supposed to be cooked. Just saying.
You don't want to cook out all the flavor, though. That's my problem.
No, that's what I understand that. But if you make a well-done steak the right way, you're not cooking the flavor out, so you're fine.
You probably put A1 on yours, too, don't you?
Worcestershire sauce, thank you very much.
Gotcha. Okay.
Worcestershire sauce is good. Thank you very much. Okay? Not A1. That's generic, commercialized terribleness. Worcestershire sauce is a good thing, though.
That's fair.
All right? And pineapples. Do they belong anywhere near a pizza pie?
Not my pizza pies.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See, man, I'm keeping a tally on this, too, by the way, guys, and we are way ahead right now. I'm just saying. And on that note, guys, I'm sorry. I have to walk away for 1 second because my daughter went and jumped in a shower and didn't bring the soap with her. So she needs me to go throw it into her real fast. Give me 1 second, guys.
Things are real awkward now. It's like, do I talk? Do I not talk? What do I talk about? See, this is why I make product. I don't make content. So we're just going to sit here and just hang out. We'll wait. I have tried Gino's East, yes. There's a lot of good pizza in Chicago, but I have tried that. Any other questions? I can see the chat. Yeah, I'm on StreamYard, but I can see the chat. Up there he goes again. Portillo's, yeah, I got to go Portillo's. That's a great place. We've been there a couple of times.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, dude. That's just the way she is.
You're fine, man. It was like real awkward there for a little bit, you know. It's like, what do I do? What do I do with my hands? What do I do? What do I talk about? But,
I'm sorry, man. She literally went and jumped in the shower and just, decided that she didn't need to take soap with her and then just kept texting me every 3 seconds.
Yep.
Like,
no, you're good. We're all good to go. I was just answering random questions.
Home cooking or carry out. Yeah, look at this. You guys just kept going. Look at that. Yep. Good job, guys. Thank you.
I got to go home cooking over carry out. My wife's a good cook, so I got to go with that for sure. See what's
Hey, Joe, we had a giveaway. Ken won your Chesapeake collection over my dead body. He did. Me and Ken will be fighting on that one, sir. That's not happening. All right. I'm sorry, brother. Seriously, I didn't mean to walk away like that. I just had to go help her out real fast.
No worries. As I said while you were gone, everybody quickly saw why I make products and not content.
Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. All right. So, a question I've stolen from a close friend of mine. 5 years from now, where do you want Clever Beard to be?
Oh man, I think for us, we want to, we want to be on the same level as somebody like Fable. We want to have our own space. We want to get to a point where, this is what we do. This is it. And yeah, I mean, the growth plan that we foresee for ourselves is definitely, man, 5 years. That's a tough question. We want to grow. I know that. We want to expand into different products, and we've talked about kind of more impactful products that we want to release. But as far as the growth process, like we want to grow this into something big. We want this to be, our lives.
Okay, so a few things then. Would you be interested in being in a store, like
Uh,
a chain store, if you will?
it would have to be the right. It would have to be the right deal. I wouldn't want to just do it just to kind of sell out and make the money. I would want to make sure the partnership was something that made sense. Personally, I would much rather be in mom and pop boutiques. I would much rather be in barbershops. I would much rather go that route than to ever go into a big box store where I had less, creative control.
Okay, that's fair. Is there ever a time where we might see Clever Beards go into the women's lines and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, especially since one of our owners is a woman, and I think that, it's something that we've talked about if it makes sense. We just have to find, we're not going to just, our thing is we're not just going to throw out, some generic woman's product. Like we want something that's going to solve a problem, something that not everybody's doing. So I think, we've started to have those conversations, but we're not quite there yet.
So you're thinking of it, but you want something that's more unique to your company at that point.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Something that that would be an everyday use. We don't want to just throw out products. We want to throw out products that people are going to use the entire thing.
And I think that's fair. I mean, you can tell sometimes when a company rushes something just to put something out versus they've taken their time and they're really proud of what they're putting out. And I think it makes a difference to everybody.
Yeah, yeah, and I think for us too, we're always looking to improve on our current products as well. And so, for example, our beard wash, we just kind of changed the formula up, went to all organic, went to a product that we were even more proud of. And so, for us, we want to make sure that we perfect the products that we currently have, and then we can start thinking about some women's products, some other unique products that we've thrown around out there as well. But we want to have, kind of smaller, more impactful products.
All right, sir. I just got a few more for you real fast here. The name. Why clever?
So it's kind of a fun story. So um, myself and a bunch of my friends, we were always in fantasy baseball, fantasy football leagues, as I'm sure a lot of people were. And so you would always have these kind of names that were, somebody would Google the name and then they would have like some funny pun of a baseball name, right? And so I always hated that. And so my name would always be clever baseball name or clever football name. Um,
Okay.
every single year. And so, last year around this time was when the baseball playoffs, for our fantasy league, were just starting to kind of take off. And so, as I was starting to think about creating a company, I decided that if I won that baseball league, I was going to take those winnings and start a company with it. And I saw it as a sign from the universe that this was a good idea. And so I ended up winning that league. And as I was talking to Jeff about, exactly my thought process and all this. And the first thing he said to me was, "You're going to name it Cleverbeard, aren't you?" And I was like, "That's exactly what I was thinking about." It's kind of an ode to where we got our funding from, and so we just kind of ran with it. It sounded good, and it's not because we think we're clever or anything like that. It just kind of came from where we got our funding from. So
And then where did that little badass idea come from right there?
the owl.
Yes,
So
sir.
so when we were talking about Cleverbeard, we were thinking about like what other animal, you really only you have an owl and a fox, right? That's the only thing that came to my mind. And so one of the other companies that I was buying at the time already had a fox in their logo, so I was like, all right, then it's got to be the owl. So I went with the owl.
I think the owl was a good call. I don't think it's something a lot of people would have thought of. And I think that owl that you chose looks pretty badass right there.
Thank you, appreciate that. We paid $30 from somebody in Indonesia to make that logo. We're very proud of that logo.
There you go, man. That's pretty cool. I like it, dude. I do. I think that owl's badass looking.
Thank you. Yeah, we appreciate that.
And I like the fact that you have these little touches right here on your label. So, like, this is the Seafarer with the little anchors around the owl. And then you have the musician one here with the little music notes around it. And I like little touches like that.
Yeah, we want every scent profile to have its own story, to be unique, and we want you to pick it up, have it in your hand, and kind of be able to put yourself in kind of that story that we've created around that.
All right, guys. Well, we are just about ready to wrap it up tonight. Ryan has been an amazing guest, answering a lot of questions. And as you guys know, though, Sam started school today. She's back to school. So that means I am back to normal dad schedule here. And basically, it means that I have to make sure that I'm not busy at 10:30 so I can make sure she's in bed. That's basically what my life is right now. I don't know if you have any kids of your own or anything, sir, but that's the fun of having a kid.
No, not yet. That's soon on the horizon, but not yet. But yeah, definitely understand that. And hey, listen, thanks so much for having us on the show. This has been great. You asked a lot of tough questions, made me definitely think about some of my life choices. So I appreciate that.
I hope I didn't affect anything too much. And again, I want to thank you for coming on. The show only works if the person sitting over there is having some fun with it too, answering questions and giving not just, hey, how'd you make that scent? Oh, we put this and this together. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have some give there and some talking and back and forth. And you have been awesome tonight. Seriously, thank you so much. But before anybody runs out of here, guys, we have one more giveaway to do for you guys. Ryan was cool enough to do 2 tonight. So there is one more giveaway. Again, it is an oil of choice, your scent profile. So real quick, let's do the rules again before somebody tries to say I didn't say that. So I'm going to give you my number range. It'll be a random number. When I do, only enter once. And remember, the internet will prioritize your answer on your screen, so it's the first one I see on my screen. Wait for me to say something. Random number, 1 through 10. Go. And there's Chris with the dots. He did it a little early, but he did it again right on time. Good job, Chris. I'm going to have to start paying Chris soon. Johnny's like, you better not jump the gun. Oh, man. All right. Hold on. Dun-dun-dun. Did somebody guess 99? Did I see that right? 0.99. Oh, it's code. You won already. Okay. All right, hold on, guys. I'm just double checking here. And yeah, amazingly, I don't think we have a winner here, guys. I'm checking it a few times here, but I don't think anybody got it. So if you didn't get your guess in yet, hurry up, because if not, in a minute, Chris is going to throw dots up when I tell him to, and we're going to have a round 2. But as of right now, I am not seeing a winner. So we're going to go ahead and give it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, stop. So there's Chris's dots. After that stop, we're going to have a second time here. So it'll come after the dots, guys. Random number 1 through 10. Go ahead and go. hate that StreamYard does that. You can't keep up, so it just lets them all come in at once, and then your whole screen just jumps amazingly out of whack. All right, guys, you can go ahead and stop. It wasn't the same number. I picked a different number this time. I redid the roll here. And again, I'm not picking up my computer to show you guys the number right now, but we do have a winner. And it is, just double checking real fast. Yep, nope. The winner is Joshua Ricks. Congratulations, sir, with the number 2.
Yeah, just DM us. We'll take care of you at Cleverbeard Co. on Instagram.
So, Josh, congratulations. Throw some congrats out there to Josh.
Congrats. That's awesome.
I can't believe it took us 2 tries to get it. Sorry nobody had it the first go-around, guys. But thank you so much to everybody for showing up tonight. Again, Ryan, thank you so much for being
appreciate it.
An awesome guest. And how long is, hold on, sir. How long is Maker 20 good for? Is it done as soon as we're done, or is it good for the night?
No, we'll do it for the night. We'll do it for the rest of tonight.
All right. So then, guys, don't forget, for the rest of your night, Maker 20 will get you 20% off of everything except for America the Beautiful, because that is the one with the links to the Mission 22 charity and the pumpkin spice sampler kit that comes with the free oil already. Correct?
You got it. Yep, that's exactly right.
All right, guys. Well, again, Ryan, thank you so much for being an awesome guest. And thank you to all of you guys for showing up. And you know how this goes, guys. Stay safe, stay bearded, and most of all, be good to each other, all right? And I'll see you guys on the next one. Ryan, man, thank you so much, brother.
Appreciate it. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Be good, guys.